Can I ask, how do you know Tana?
Tana
Mongaue, who I love.
She was a fan of mine before she got famous.
Really?
Yeah. Crazy.
I think I want to date her.
She's 18.
Sorry, Lena.
YouTube has long faced issues with creators being accused of inappropriate behavior involving minors, Cody Ko now allegedly being one of them. Although instead of an individual with no online presence coming forward against Cody Ko, it has been a fellow creator with millions of subscribers, that being Tana Mongaue. Tana has been hosting a podcast on YouTube called Cancelled with Tana Mongaue and Brooke Schofield. Earlier this year, the two hosted a live episode in front of an audience where Tana was asked who was the smallest dick she ever had sex with, where she made a rather shocking reply.
Who's the smallest dick you ever had sex with?
Oh my god, no one look at me, Cody Ko. I can say that. I was literally 17, I can say that. What?
By claiming she was 17 when she had sex with Cody Ko, it meant that Cody Ko would have been 25 during that time. Although after Tana stated this, no one had believed her due to her being a not-so-liked individual in the YouTube community from a rather controversial career. Tana would then clarify her statement in a podcast episode, going more into detail about her relationship with Cody.
This isn't just some crazy tea. It was a crime.
Yeah.
And I've tried to talk about this a million times and I feel like I never have the right words. I hooked up with Cody Ko when I was 17 and he was 25. There was a situation with Gabby Hanna at a Playlist Live where she pulled him aside and told him yo, she's 17, and then we still went and hooked up. And I can look at that and be like, why the f were you doing that? Because I grew up loving him and I think you know what I mean? I was just excited and a fan, and I have seen so many comments of people on some but what was she wearing shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On some well, it's Tana Mongaue. And
ew,
isn't that crazy?
It's so fucked up.
Because I really you know how I feel towards it, but now seeing all of these people not believe me and say, well, what if she's lying or she's this and she's that and she's dramatic? First of all, there's nothing, I would never lie about that.
Tana claims that herself and Cody hooked up at a Playlist Live, which is an annual convention held in Orlando, Florida, primarily for YouTube content creators. The age of consent in Florida is 18 years old, meaning Tana is literally accusing Cody Ko of statutory rape. Interestingly, Tana has talked about hooking up with Cody Ko years prior to this podcast episode, although no one has ever looked into the age gap between them.
I know now, I was 17 at the time, 18. And so I started kind of hooking up with other people. Shout out JC Kalen, shout out Cody Ko.
Jesus.
According to Tana, after she had mentioned her hookup with Cody, he allegedly tried to manipulate her into not talking about it further.
There was a while ago where I think I said something about it online and it was starting to surface, and he texted me are we good? And was I said yeah. And he was my wedding's coming up, yada yada yada. And I was
fuck.
And then now it's all these Reddit threads, if my name's on any thread, it's all getting deleted. I know it's just a weird fucking fucked up situation.
After this podcast episode was aired, no one had made a video covering what Tana had stated until a month after, when commentary channel D'Angelo Wallace would make a video on Cody Ko, not only bringing attention to the story, but also revealing more information that further proved his guilt.
Remember how Tana said that fellow YouTuber Gabby Hanna tried to stop you before everything allegedly went down? Well, did you know that Gabby is actually on record telling the exact same story several years ago?
One time, I told a guy, I saw him making out with a girl at a party who was underage, and I pulled him aside and I was like, hey man, you probably don't know, I know she looks a little older, she's underage, watch it. And he's like, oh my god, thank you for telling me. And then he heard that.
On your YouTube channel, where you've been pumping out content nearly every day now, I couldn't find a single comment on your last video about this situation. Not even one. Comparing that to the comment section on your Instagram, where every single comment I saw was about this, it's clear that you're heavily censoring your audience on YouTube.
After these allegations came to light, Cody Ko left the internet, the last time being seen performing at a beach club. Crazily, Cody Ko would leave Tiny Meat Gang, a podcast he had hosted for several years with his friend Noel Miller. TMG Studios would then state the following: "Hi everyone, we want to start by thanking you all for your patience while we were working to figure out the best path forward for the studio. We know it's been a very strenuous few weeks for everyone and really appreciate your willingness to bear with us. You are the most creative and incredible group of people. We feel so lucky to work with all of you. TMG Studios is what it is because of you. We couldn't be more proud of the incredible roster of talent we've been privileged to work with and everything we've accomplished together. As we enter into this next phase of the studio, we wanted to let you know that Cody will not be involved in the day-to-day operations at TMG Studios. What has transpired over the past few weeks is a personal issue for him, and Cody wants to remove any effect this is having on your professional and personal lives and the work you and our other hosts have done to make TMG Studios so successful. Noel will continue to lead the team. His top priority remains the life and growth of the studio and its talent. Our audience sees your hard work every week and we want that to continue. They deserve it and so do you. We have built something truly special and he's committed to keeping that alive and well." The next month, the next podcast episode of Tiny Meat Gang would be released, with Cody being absent and Noel stating at the beginning of the episode that he could not comment on the situation.
Before we start this episode, I want to start by saying thank you for just how supportive and understanding you all have been, and patient above all. And understandably, a lot of you want to know what I have to say about everything that's happened. And the reality there is that I'm not in a position to speak about the situation. And at this point, really, the thing I have to focus on is how to move forward.
Noel looks so run down from this. Never seen him so serious. I really feel bad for Noel. It's not his fault and he's just got caught in the crossfire. Hearing Noel refer to TMG as me now is wild. Unfortunately, the controversy got worse when a second alleged victim was found. A Reddit post was created exposing how when Cody Ko was 24, he was in an alleged relationship with another 17-year-old girl. This same girl was featured in one of his vines back in 2015.
Oh, it didn't work.
Kinda.
Damn it!
The girl on his shoulders is the girl he was dating from the Vine where was seen kissing her. If she was 19 on the Instagram post dated May 24th, 2016, she would have been 17 on April 13th, 2015 in the post on the right. The Vine was made on July 27th, 2015. That means Cody had been with her exhibiting dating type behavior publicly for 4 months. Who knows how long prior. When she was still 17, I have to emphasize. He was 24 about to turn 25. He is demonstrating a pattern of behavior with multiple victims. Again, I must emphasize that this is just an allegation and that the 17-year-old girl Cody was allegedly dating has not come out claiming to be a victim. Before I conclude this video, I think it's important to state this. Cody Ko not acknowledging the allegations does not mean he's 100% guilty. However, by being silent, censoring comments, having a witness to Tana's allegations, and then disappearing from the internet ever since D'Angelo Wallace's video, in my opinion, this situation definitely makes Cody look guilty. If someone makes a serious allegation, such as in this instance statutory rape, against you, you should be obligated to prove your innocence if the claims are false. And if you are innocent, I personally feel you shouldn't be so arrogant as to not respond because it just makes you look suspicious. And to people commenting, again, if these allegations are true, Cody shouldn't take any accountability because 17 is just 1 year less than 18. The age of consent of where Cody and Tana hooked up was 18, thus making it a crime. And even if Cody and Tana hooked up in a state where the age of consent was lower, it is still, for me at least, disturbing that a 25-year-old was attracted to a 17-year-old high school girl, someone who isn't even considered a legal adult, regardless if it's just a year younger than 18. As of making this video, it has been 2 months since Cody Ko left the internet ever since the allegations were made, and with him now leaving Tiny Meat Gang, I personally think it is unlikely that he will ever return to this platform.